Everybody, Mr. Paul Adams here for you, Country Chat with Dom, and live in the living room right here, Country on the Coast, Day 2, 2025, and we are here with Jesse Jennings. How you doing, Jesse?
I'm wonderful. How are y'all?
I'm good. We've just been listening to you do your session, and oh my God, what a great song Savannah is.
Thank you very, very much.
That. So what I like to do on these shows is I like to ask the very first question. What makes you country?
Oh, I was born country. I mean, so that helps.
Yeah,
that helps
that's good.
tremendously. I mean, country has multiple definitions, but I mean, the way I talk, the way I do things about my everyday life. I mean, but I was born country.
And how did you get into the whole songwriting thing?
It just kind of happened. I mean, nobody really said, "Hey, you should write down your feelings," and it was just one day. I was like, it started by just writing a song by I can't even remember the name, Lightning Crashes. And I just wrote it about a bird that I saw like dying down and feeding its dead baby. It's morbid, but that's what started it all.
It's deep for a Sunday.
Yeah, just like rewriting a song, and I was like, huh, okay. And that was in 7th grade, and then it just evolved from there. By 8th grade, I wrote my first original song, and I wasn't really aware of songwriters or anything like that, but it just kind of happened.
And it was like the best thing that happened, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, no regrets yet. So
it's a great feeling when you hit those songs as well, when they just kind of appear, and it's great. So what we like to do on the show, we like to mix it up a little bit. We've got a little game,
okay,
and we like to call it Tag Team the Texans.
Hello, Jesse.
Hey.
Welcome back to the UK.
This is different than when I was part of a tag team last time.
That's the first joke we've heard.
It was wrestling. We were in our tights, and it was awkward, but.
But it was still fun though. Yes, welcome back to the UK. Welcome back to Country on the Coast as well. I spoke to you a couple of years ago when I was last here.
Yeah.
And absolutely fantastic. Again, listen to Savannah, incredible. And one question I wanted to ask, to go further on from the you country question,
okay.
What makes you country? You talk about writing songs, obviously, when you're in the 8th grade. How do you find that your writing's gone from being, younger to where you are now then?
I look at the older songs. I mean, I've always been one that writes about real life. I mean, there's a story to every single song that I write. And just as I get older, life situations change.
Yeah.
Like I'm no longer looking for love or dealing with heartbreak so much as raising a family and the day-to-day grind of being an adult.
Yeah,
so.
Totally get that. I mean, when we was chatting with Dusty yesterday, one of the great questions that the Mr. Paul Adams asked is, what question could we have asked you? And it was a fantastic question because he said, he wishes people would ask about families.
Yeah.
Ask about, what is happening with my family, or, how do they take it? So how does your family take to you, traveling around the world, coming over back here to the UK? What's it like for them?
My wife comes from a musical family as well, and her dad would play, and I have 2 daughters, 13 and 5, and they're both enthralled with everything music. And so it's one of those for them. Like, I never really got to see anybody like go travel for music. And I went to my daughter's career day the other day and took my guitar, and she's like, "Dad, we sing my favorite song, Moonshine." I was like, not at the Christian school that you're going to. We'll sing something else. But for them to get to see that this is my job and I'm doing it playing music.
Yeah.
And that's something I never really had, but I think it's amazing.
Yeah, that is brilliant. So we're going to be finishing off the show very, very shortly now. I just want to do one more thing, and let's bring in the honorary, the amazing Mr. Paul Adams, our favourite Texan here.
Okay.
Well, not the favourite Texan, the only Texan with an English accent. That's what it is. So thank you very much for that. So we are running out of time. So the last question, we're going to ask you the same question that we asked Dusty.
Okay.
Which question do you wish we'd asked?
Oh man, I think you guys do an amazing job.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no. Keep doing what you're doing. No questions come to mind off the top of my head.
There we go. What we can do then, we can do an awkward stare at James to end it off. Okay?